Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So for today's video, we have a big trade that could be in the works right now, man, involving Tyrese Haliburton and Ben Simmons, which is absolutely crazy, and in my mind, makes a little bit of sense. I'm going to explain that all in a little bit, but before we get going on today's video, if you guys don't mind leaving a like, and of course, subscribing if you're new to the channel, would be greatly appreciated. So, here we have it, man. Right here it says, the Kings are looking to package Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Damian Jones in exchange for Ben Simmons per Christopher Klein. So, I'm not sure who Christopher Klein is, so you guys let me know in the comment section below if he is a decent source or not. But regardless, like, you look at this, and I mean, Ben Simmons is going to get traded eventually. Now, I will say, Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, Damian Jones, probably not like as good of a trade package as they could have gotten in past years for Ben Simmons, but still, it makes complete sense. It really does, man. So, the reason I feel like it makes complete sense is because, well, for one, Ben Simmons obviously just does, like, chemistry-wise, not going to work on the 76ers anymore. But also, Tyrese Haliburton, really good last season. Like, in my opinion, man, looks like a damn future superstar player, or I guess, I'm sorry, all-star caliber player. Maybe I shouldn't say superstar, right? Like, that's kind of some big shoes to fill. So I think by him going to the 76ers, he has a chance to break out into that role right away. And nothing against the Sacramento Kings, but like, they already have De'Aaron Fox, and they also got Davion Mitchell, who is going to be, or who was the Summer League MVP. So, I mean, you see a lot of potential there. You add Ben Simmons onto the team. We're going to talk about that in a little bit here, though, man. But regardless, like, I really do like this trade. So, let's go to the Sacramento Kings and take a look. So, Tyrese Haliburton, last NBA season, 58 games, started 20 games, and he averaged 13 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds per game. Shot 41% from 3. So a lot of this, I think, was spent at the shooting guard spot. Obviously, he's a combo guard. I think he's like 6'6", isn't he? He's a pretty tall player, 6'5". So, I mean, he could play multiple positions. It says, I guess, technically he spent most of his time at the point guard spot, but a lot of that is probably coming off the bench stuff, because when he plays with De'Aaron Fox, he's going to be playing the off-ball spot, right? That's just how it's going to be. So, I mean, his game's absolutely fantastic, man. He's a really good player and everything. So, you get him. But also you get Buddy Hield, and I think a lot of that is for contract reasons, but also I think he does actually fit in really well with what the Philadelphia 76ers could use next NBA season with his three-point shooting and everything. And right away you get a 39% and a 41% three-point shooter in Buddy Hield and Tyrese Haliburton next to Joel Embiid. Like that's elite, man. And not to mention you also have Seth Curry on the team and everything. So yeah, and I mean, I know that 76er fans, they want like this big superstar haul, but you're getting like literally one of the best guys from the 2020 draft class in Tyrese Haliburton. Like, that dude was looking phenomenal, man. And Buddy Hield, I mean, he's in his prime. So you get that, and then I guess technically should we talk about Damian Jones? Is he on here? What does Damian Jones do, man? Where's he at? There he is. I mean, you know, they already got Andre Drummond, so he'll be a third-string center, probably not part of the team long-term or something like that. But yeah, man. And then on the other side of the spectrum, I don't want to talk too much about Ben Simmons because I feel like we have just like killed to that topic so much here on this channel. But Ben Simmons going over to the Sacramento Kings, we got to talk about how exactly he fits in with them. Last season, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. What I like about this right here, man, is because you could put Ben Simmons as like the small forward of the team. And I think De'Aaron Fox with his quickness could actually play really nicely off Ben Simmons' passing abilities and everything. So that does work out pretty nicely. Gives them some really good defense. And yeah, man, it just gives them a different look. I mean, I do think the biggest issue with the Sacramento Kings is like sometimes they have too much of a good thing and not enough of another thing. And I know, like I said, I know Ben Simmons is considered a point guard and everything, but I mean, he can play the 1 through 4, probably realistically the 1 through 5 spot if you think about it. So I think really just allowing this to open up things for Davion and having Ben Simmons on the team and De'Aaron Fox, obviously the starting point guard for the next, hopefully 10 years on this team and everything, I think just works out nicely for everybody. So I do want to go to Fanspo. I do want to see if this trade is actually going to even work or not, because sometimes you get these trades that people kind of kick out there and it just doesn't work out. So, or it just like isn't like realistic or whatever. So let's go to this right here, man. And we will go to, where are we at? We got the Philadelphia 76ers. By the way, Sixer fans, let me know in the comment section below. Are you guys just ready for Ben Simmons to be traded? Are you guys kind of like hoping that, man, hopefully this all just kind of like blows through and it's not going to be that big a deal and, you know, he'll get along with everybody and we'll win a championship? You guys let me know that in the comment section below. But yeah, then we have the Kings. So, yeah, Ben Simmons going over to the Kings in exchange for, where are we at, man? Yeah, Davion Mitchell, Tyrese Haliburton, 21 years of age. Trade the 76ers, Damian Jones, And we also got Buddy Hield. So I think financially that does it's going to be close. But there might need to be a few more pieces added on to make that work. Let's try the trade, see if it works or not. And no, it is successful. So by doing this, it does have the Kings going -1 wins. And it does have the 76ers going +1 wins, which I don't really know the algorithm or like the formula where they come up with that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it does with stats and everything, but then again, when it comes down to analytics, you can't always like put into like how like team fit and everything like that works out. So I mean, yeah, that's completely fine. But yeah, I think this is probably about as good of trade as the 76ers could hope for. And I guess when you say it like that too, you also got to think about from the Kings standpoint. If you think it's a good trade for Ben Simmons, does that mean the Kings are making a mistake? And I think with them getting Davion Mitchell, like they like decided they wanted to go in a different direction. But you guys let me know that in the comment section below. It's kind of confusing to think about, man. It really is, because you still see like, well, Ben Simmons is still a point guard. They already have De'Aaron Fox. He can play some small forward. The team will be completely fine. So yeah, I actually kind of want to figure out what the Kings final like lineup would be looking like in this case. Let's go to their roster real quick here. And yeah, so you're looking at point guard De'Aaron Fox. I don't know if because that's where it gets a little confusing too. Because then you really don't have a shooting guard. So at that point, are you saying like, okay, Davion Mitchell is going to be our shooting guard? Like, can you do that and do like the double backcourt like Davion and De'Aaron? I think that you could probably do that and be fine. Oh, I guess they got Terrence Davis, who's fine. But I don't know if he's like a full-time starter. Then obviously you would have Ben Simmons at the 3. The 4 spot, you're definitely going to want to get some shooting out there. So hopefully maybe they can flip Marvin Bagley for something. I mean, maybe at that point you also try to work out a package with the maybe the Dallas Mavericks to get like Kristaps Porzingis, or maybe you take on the salary of Kevin Love over here in Sacramento and try to get some spacing right there. That could definitely work. Oh, I guess no, I think Harrison Barnes. Yeah, you have Ben Simmons at the 3, Harrison Barnes at the 4, and then the 5 spot, Richaun Holmes, which don't really know how that would work out, because Richaun Holmes I don't think is much of like a 3-point shooter. Let me pull him up here real quick. I don't think he shoots threes. I have to confirm. I don't want to like make that assumption. Okay, I mean the man shot 0.2 attempts per game last year on 18%, so he can fill it up, man. He can fill it up. But no, I mean Ben Simmons has always played with Joel Embiid, so it's like having a center that's a little bit more limited. How exactly would that affect Ben Simmons' game and spacing and all that stuff, right, man? So I don't know if it's the best team fit. I really don't. I'm talking more about from the 76ers standpoint, in which I really think it's a good, solid fit for them. If they're really looking to get rid of Ben Simmons before the season starts, because the season is coming up very quickly. Like, you know, you just don't want those chemistry issues and everything to be bothering you. So outside of that, I mean, I really don't know what other teams are really in the big market for Ben Simmons at the moment. I really don't think there's a lot of interested engagement out there right now, just because of, you know, all the drama surrounding him, and knowing the 76ers appear to have a pretty high asking price. I still think, you know, if it's not the Sacramento Kings, I think the best team is probably going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. And even at that point, they've not really done a lot of moves this NBA offseason, so maybe this is their chance to make a big-time splash. But even with that, you know, especially with how the Timberwolves ended their last NBA season, like this was like one of the top teams to end the season. You guys remember correctly, man. I mean, their offense was like top rated. So, I mean, maybe they want to see this team completely healthy, because I really do think well, for one, the way that Ben Simmons fits into this team is putting him at the power forward spot. But then again, you got to give up pieces to get him on the team. And I mean, the only realistic thing I see is like D'Lo. And I don't know if the Timberwolves want to do that. I love D'Lo on the 76ers. That just seems to make complete sense. But I don't know, man. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Definitely a very interesting situation with Ben Simmons. I don't know if it's going to be a case where they just talk about it. I mean, there's a chance the man might just not get traded, might hold out of training camp and everything like that. And you get to that, and I mean, that just kills chemistry. It's like it's a lose-lose situation for everybody, right, man? So that's all we have for this video. I also want to let you guys know to go check out my 6th channel, Extra Crispy. I just did a video, you know, reacting to every NBA team's off-season grades and everything. A lot of fun over there. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.